Real quick, who's your pick, Clover?
You know what? I'm gonna go with ENCE. I'm feeling similar as well for that.
All right, I'm going to pick Furnace Pro. Let's get ready to go. Remember, guys, if you're watching the YouTube stream, we appreciate it. But if you're having some issues, come on over to Twitch. We're still working on fixing up what's happening over there. The roof is open. The game is getting ready to start. A big shout out to Toomey, Zowie, Intel, and Perrier for making this thing possible. That said, game number 1 is about to kick off. Let's head over to the Secretariat of Syntax, Toby and Paperthin.
Thank you so much. The devilishly delightful and detailed desk coming through with us for that awesome analysis, bringing us into game number 1. I'm Paperthin. Joining me, as always, this week, Toby, as we get ready. 5 more teams, Toby. That's it. 5 more teams get through the other 15 and then get to join DA and hang out in the reseeding rounds during the weekends.
It's gonna be absolutely incredible to get to see these teams fight for the very final spots. That's for sure. It's been pretty crazy so far, to be fair, and getting to see now how things are gonna go down in the final 5 games here is gonna for sure be crazy. It's I kind of have to point it out, right? We have 2 NA people on the desk, and they both picked EU teams to win the first game. I feel like okay. no love for Zenith, no love for Sonics, and maybe no love for either Burram or Pyro, because they're going down side by side here.
Well, they're dropping pretty close. Burram really likes to get over towards that El Azahar area.
I'm seeing 6 teams on these. Make that 5, because Fury does have a place to go that need to find their entrance to either the city or up to play the mountain. Now, we do already have Detonation Gaming White and TSM up here. Seems to me like Detonation Gaming are opted to go below into the city, but everyone inside the city already would have to try and plummet north, and ENCE now coming in. You can see them on the map there. Down 1 Kia doing the same thing, trying to find a place to call their own in an area of the map where there just really ain't a whole lot available.
Yeah, Necro's just going to spray everybody, but finally somebody switches over, makes him back off a bit into that God compound. ENCE gonna roll on into the city. Now it's Kia Damwan's turn. Meanwhile, Detonation Gaming White runs into TSM, cut down pretty efficiently there under, heading right in the same kind of direction that ENCE was, and it's gonna be the same shots from Furia that are changing the directions. Looks like under, that vehicle's gonna have some problems anymore. They're in the city. Squeaky's waiting, gonna find the knock onto under immediately, getting ready for the grenade. Let's loose. Let's see if it can get inside that door. That's going to land right in Sungjong. When it goes off, there it is. The finish onto under, the knock onto Sungjong. Perfect grenade from Squeaky. Some mollies and others coming in, and now Indigo and KL scrambling to find cover as yet another molly. So all the throwables being utilized by ENCE to keep Kia Damwan at bay.
Yesterday was Rustenma with the utility highlights, and now Squeaky throws an arrow in there. Great throw, great knock. Not sure if they can really capitalize on it, but at least gets 1 flush on the team from Korea. In the meantime, we'll see Furia trying to make their way forward. They do have Division X just on the other side, and they need to hold off here. They need to stand strong and prevent them from getting a footing. They might have a chance to push out, but no, they have to stay in at least for now.
Yeah, you can see the smoke walls going to link the God compound over to the red brick there. Tiggleton running around on his particular building, and some grenades being thrown at him by Besto. Besto out in the open. No way Tiggleton's going to let you get away. And that's going to be another knock into his belt, as immediately they are looking to get that res. Stuck in the shacks are Kia Damwan, but the circle does center in that direction. But this is a very difficult area to hold. A lot of open space, a lot of nadeable locations, a lot of good angles to take. Now Indigo does get Rusty Zera off the vehicle. Diggory's going to finish him off. Raspoon out, looking to see if he can get another grenade in this door. And this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of really good angles to get in here. And there it is, the double grenade from Raspoon, finding yet another big moment here. And let's see if he can get the finish. But Kale stuck on the outside there. Only one way in or out of that particular building.
Well, you said you wanted to see if LATAM could wake up and get themselves a spot in the finals. There's a good chance here. We'll see if Fury can maintain what they have now, which is kind of the center position in the circle, at least. But in these city endings, sitting in the center is not always easy, especially when it's shacks you're sitting in. Maybe you'd want one of those compounds a little further on the side. Instead, we'll see how long they get to sit in the center for, and if they can maintain control, having lost a player already.
Yeah, you can see Tianba's waiting for Zenith to come up the stairs, and they are very cautious about it. There's a few holes in the floors you can kind of get grenades and other things up as well. Linshu gonna opt to switch over to that micro Uzi. You'll see this a lot with the pro players these days. They like the shotguns and the high rate of fire submachine guns in up close quarters battles, as they are just faster, the time to kill, a little slower with those. So that's what you're really looking for in those situations. IQ 500, not much going on over there just yet. Pero stuck outside, as Furia did move forward, but still Division X has not left that particular area.
Ooh, Ike's left, gets 2 out of the car. Both go stub and Uber goes down. One gets flushed. Nate's thrown forward. 80 does heal. Oh, the timing. Ike's reloading just when 80 came around the corner. He's now backed off again. Will throw the smoke to grant himself some more cover. Second Nate comes in. Will it get him down? No. Bloats just on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, we're looking for Ike's left. We've seen him with the 1v3 versus FaZe in the scrims, looking to maybe try to do it again, but this time 80 being very cagey, doesn't want any more of that fight, realizes he's in a less advantageous position, going to readjust, see if he can snake his way through. Now finally Division X is abandoning this compound, moving up to the gods, trying to fill in behind Furia, but there's E36 up on the side, Pero, lurking behind all of this. 80 still trying to push through, but Pero not going to let this happen very easily, if at all. He does get the headshot onto Gray there through the trees. That is a nice piece of shooting from 80, but he is now stuck as he tries to go for the first aid. The blue has arrived.
Oh, that's such a smart molly from Long. Completely isolating him once phase 6 hits what it will now. There's no way 80 should be able to get in here without taking down to blue. Very smart isolation play from Petrichor Gaming there. There should be no way 80 gets into this one alive.
Yeah, that's near impossible now, as Pero has completely bared down on top of it. They are not looking to let that happen. K7 in the meantime trying to find a way to push through for themselves. VP still hanging out towards the middle. Now the Sonics going to be across the road in another one of those red open warehouse compounds, and some smokes and other things going to try to obscure the vision of the Sonics. Grenade going to come out from Tiggleton there. Not sure if that's going to connect with much. Meanwhile, Tianba and Zenith still stuck in the same building, and Zenith has slowly worked their way up the stairs, and Tianba has allowed it to some extent to get to the roof as grenades start to rain down onto them, and they file in like there's a fire up there and they're trying to get out the fire escape. There is not much going on here for VP, though. They are blocked in well by Sonics, and now tons and tons of smoke's going to be used. And here comes Tiggleton around with some frags. I don't know if that's going to catch with anything, but Batulin steps towards it, takes 50 damage off of it, but Hiruzen and Liu trying to escape on the side. Mings jumps out and takes about half damage. Now we are jumping out the side of the building for Tianba, and I think this might bamboozle
and it paid off.
Zenith a little bit.
They have no clue. They're still looking around inside the building. Now they're running towards this east. Maybe they heard and they just thought, you know what, there's no reason to take this fight. If we can get a spot in the circle, let's just go in, let's wait there rather than sit outside and wait for a team to potentially push towards us. Now, DXG wanted to cross earlier. They managed to do so, but as I say that they lose 3 players in doing it, it's only really Virtus Pro who managed to make that south to north cross. Nope. Yeah, there you go. DXG, all she wrote for them, and BK goes down. That's going to be the end of their team, and Virtus Pro, they get across. They keep 3 alive. We'll see now if K7 and Petrichor can do the same thing.
Yeah, K7 throwing some grades to slow up Petrichor Road while they make the push ahead, and they're getting into the front of the building. Now they have kind of surrounded Pero a bit, and Zenon watching the angles. There still is E36. They still have that mountain. They can watch what's going on. Gray's going to use that Saiga to good effect. Gets locked down and out pretty quickly. Finally, Savior comes alive from the side. It's going to get Aches left. Now, it is just up to Long and Gray for Petrichor Road. Blue is here, and this is phase 6 Blue. You can't really hang out in this one too long. Good spray from Long. Finds Savior through the air. Gonna put him on the knees. Zenon, last one alive for the team from Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, TSM finally pushed out of the compound as well. They were sitting in there for a while, and now they're pushing up towards entry force 36. Trying to take the fight to them. Oh, is that a nade? I'm not sure what was thrown there. Oh, Cena, nice peek though. Gets the bait in with the nade thrown forward first. Great balls down. Long is still here, and he's going to be able to get the kill in return. So not only does he get the kill, but he should be able to, get the rest as well. And Sonics, in the meantime, coming in from the west, they're going to be running straight towards Virtus Pro. Do they see Hiruzen down behind here? Do they not check it? Do they not check it? Do they not check it? We saw a little jumping, mate. Yep, hello. How are you doing? I don't think you stay alive in this 100%. Oh, there's a molly on him as well. Burn, baby, burn. Nothing you can do. Throw some nade. Maybe you can get a kill with it. But no, not gonna happen. He falls. They go out, Virtus Pro. So does Entry Force 36. And that gives TSM a good amount of space on the east side.
Yeah, they've been hanging out on that northeast corner for quite some time, and then they just found a good opening to just wipe E36 out, take that high ground for themselves, and they're going to be able to watch this circle and try to figure out a way to make a move in, as it does have to move away from this high ground into phase 7. So, Buriram going to be dead center. Kale for Kia still alive in that single door shack that has no other way in or out. He's been able to hold on to it so far. I'm pretty sure Buriram's going to be aware of him in there. I saw him pick up a kill in the feed at some point. Now, Sonics dealing with Hiruzen and Virtus Pro going to continue their march forward along the side. ENCE over on the left, and look who it is. Pero sneaking up around the back of this. Going to find the crate there. Not sure if there's anything left in it or not, but TSM is up, and I don't think they have any clue that they're coming behind. Gray getting ready. Put some shots into Iroh, back over to Sonics, who Tiggleton did find a knock. Gray did get that knock onto Iroh as well. Tiggleton stuck in the corner now where Hiruzen just was.
TSM were so focused on figuring out how to approach the circle that they not only allowed for Petrichor to get across the road, but couldn't do a hole. And now finally, Wookie is here, damage done. Gray is on his own. Iroh should still be up for res, but as it seems like it is a second knock, needs to get him, commits to it. That's going to be Miracle going forward. Gray runs over the top, wants to do some damage here. He knows he has Vart just on the other side. The Psyker comes in hand. Let's see if he can find something with it. Is he flashed? Yes, hand is in the face, and he falls down. Great play from Vart around the side, finds a third kill, and also now making more space for TSM to push forward, further forward to the north.
Yeah, really important for TSM that they keep Wookie alive with all those smokes he has. Those smokes become worth more and more as this game winds down. Sonic still trying to dislodge ENCE on their left. They're not really able to do it just yet. ENCE doing a good job holding it down. Diggory's going to find H-Win. Knocked. Mime, I don't think has time for this res. Instead, going to focus his attention to the other side, see if he can get it done. There is the smoke wall available for him. Raspu now 1v1 against Mime to try to hold that off. Tianba still holding firm over on the west side of the circle, with Zenith actually getting ahead of them a bit in this circle now, even after them doing a good job getting away from the push up the stairs.
Everyone's been backing off and backing off and backing off, and now we're reaching a point where there really is nowhere you can back off to. This fight between Tianba and Zenith will have to happen eventually. I'm looking up towards ENCE as well. They have a bit of a high ground position to play from. They will have to come down. The game is going to end pretty much in between everyone. Rustenma, bullet to the face, kickstart finds him. Rest should be possible though. And as you can see, I mean, everyone's going to have to move. That's what's make this one interesting. No one has the dot. No one can claim the dot because it's in the open.
Exactly. It's right in between Buriram and Zenith. You can see there our observers showing us exactly what the terrain is like. The southern part of this, a little bit higher ground, but coming down off that hill is probably going to require smokes more likely than not, as there is no hard cover along the hillside itself to utilize when you're coming down. Now, Tianba trying to see if they could push their way forward. Zenith going to throw a molly, try to buy a little bit of time, knowing that the blue is coming, knowing that eventually Tianba has to make a hard decision. Either run through the fire or take a little bit of blue, which is even much more dangerous. They're getting swarmed and swatted, put down by Zenith. Really nicely done. Great hold by Zenith there. Good patience, but that's going to allow TSM to leapfrog a little bit further forward, Toby.
Yeah, that should give them more space to push in. Zenith still has the eyes in the other direction. And now Miracle from inside the building finds one. Squeaky falls down. Noadra takes down Raspu as well. So that's going to be Furia eliminated. We're down to just 4 teams, 3 of which have 4 people alive. Should ENCE be able to get the rest on up here. Buriram have what's closest to the dot, but they're only 3. And as I say, that Tixu now falls as well. So 2 knocked on ENCE.
Yeah, that's not bueno for ENCE, and Buriram trying to make up for that bit of a throw they had at the end of the day yesterday against Day Trade, seeing if they can rely on their insanely good close quarters combat abilities. Noadra looking up over, gonna underhand that molly, trying to get those sprays, those hip fires while he's jumping, looking up over the hill. In return, they're gonna throw a molly at him. It actually goes over his head, lands behind him. So for now, Noadra, okay, Canaxi waiting to see if anyone else from ENCE is going to to push forward. I'm pretty sure they could see him from Squeaky's position, though. In the meantime, Zenith setting up nicely over on the western side, trying to just buy time, trying to hold everyone else out, cover those angles as much as they can. Diggory looking to push forward. There's a lot of smoke in front of him. Now the fight between Zenith and TSM is kicked off a bit. Noadra's going to go down to the blue. It's just Kanaxi left here for Buriram. TSM down to quite a, only a few members left, but still Zenith 4 strong. Blue is on their back. ENCE trying to get through here. This is a wild and crazy finish. There is going to be smoke everywhere. TSM does get Iroh up. This is going to be wild.
Absolutely insane. 4v4v2. ENCE don't have the numbers. They have something that remotely looks like that nice molly over the top. It's going to tag up a lot of the players. Miracle falls. So does Svat. Iroh down as well. The slaughter has begun. Wookie is all that's left of the team. All out of this game. TSM eliminated. It's just 2 left and ENCE 14 kills this game. 8 for Diggory. Do they get it? Did they win it? Yes, they do. ENCE get the win. I was completely confused there in the end, but somehow they bring it home. I think Blue took the last player, and it seemed for a second that Squeaky was as confused as I was, but the Finns finally do it. They had back-to-back second place. As you can see, the fist thrown in the air by Squeaky. They are happy. They are ecstatic to finally find themselves a spot in the finals.
All my life I want money and power, respect my mind, no die from last shot. I pray my dick get big as the apple top, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on glass.